Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to Sundering Tarot. This is your daily tarot reading for the 25th of March, 2024. And my ancestors once again have called for the Muse Tarot by chirs-anne, which I think you believe is the third day in a row? Something like that. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, my lovelies, I have my cards out on the table. We actually have quite a few. We have 2 aces, 7 major arcanas. Let's get into the best part of your day. We start out with the 5 of Cups in the reverse. We have the World card in the reverse. The 5 of Swords, followed by the 4 of Swords. The 7 of Cups, and the 8 of Swords. The one word that comes to mind with this is acceptance. I'm not saying everything's fixed. Because there is some conflict, and this feels like part of this is in your inner world, something you're mulling over. You might actually literally be trapped in your head, trapped in your emotions, while you're awaiting decisions or choices to be made. And it's not that that is the worst thing ever. We have the 5 of Cups in the reverse. Like I said, there is a moment of acceptance of all the conflict. You give the conflict a literal rest. And we can put things to rest by acknowledging and accepting certain things. And that seems to be what you're doing. Okay. We're going to keep moving on just to see what else comes up as far as what that actually is. We do have a lunar eclipse in Libra today. So, Libra energy, we're putting things back into balance, but we're also dealing with relationships and our commitments. So that's interesting to see. And please be aware, if you're not familiar with the Muse Tarot, it does have kings that are landscape cards. We do have some on the table, and you're about ready to see one. The worst part of your day, we have the King of Cups, the 9 of Swords, the 7 of Swords, and the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, you might actually struggle with that acknowledgement and acceptance part, just because you want to be emotionally in tune with things. You want to be pleased about them, but your anxieties kind of run the show. So getting your emotions under control is a little difficult. In turn, this could also mean that your inner world and your outer world, especially when it comes to your emotions, is completely different. You could be very upset, very agitated, very discomforted on the inside, but what the people see on your face is a mask. They see the happiness. They only see the good. Or for people that are like me, you have a resting bitch face. So unless you have an obvious tell on your face, they may not realize that there's a lot going underneath the surface, that you may actually be displeased. You may actually have something else going on that is taking up your time because your inner monologue and your emotions are leading you elsewhere. You're dealing with something else internally. Okay. Let's face it, that's a struggle all on its own. We all have moments of having to reflect and deal with drama and trauma and things like that. And we don't always share that with those around us, our outer world, while we work on that. Number one, because oftentimes it's none of their business. Two, because sometimes we're just not ready to share. And three, because sometimes we have a bit of our personality that does not like to disturb other people. Especially if we're just in that acknowledging, accepting stage. Because we're not actually doing anything at this point. We're not trying to fix it. We're not trying to break it. We're just going over an inner monologue and identifying the problem. You know, is there a problem? What is the problem? Okay, I've identified it. I've accepted what is there and what isn't there. So how do I fix it? Alright, obstacle, or how to get over the obstacle. We start out with the King of Wands, followed by the Page of Wands, the Sun, the Ace of Swords, the Ten of Swords reversed, the Three of Wands reversed, the Queen of Swords reversed, the Wheel of Fortune reversed, the Six of Pentacles reversed, the Three of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles reversed, the Ace of Wands reversed, Judgment reversed, Ten of Cups, Temperance, the Tower, and lastly we end on the Moon in the reverse. Yeah, ultimately we have the be-all, end-all authority on our own happiness. That is not in the control of anyone else except for us. We know what makes us happy, we know what doesn't, and we're capable of actually taking action to accomplish that once we're aware of what that is, what that isn't, and how to go get it. Granted, while we're mulling things over and identifying missteps, things that are out of alignment with that, as painful as that is, it's really hard to mitigate our own happiness. Usually when something's wrong, we have that emotional response. We are displeased, we are upset, we are angry. And it's all to call attention to, hey, there's something wrong, find the misalignment, and correct it, and then the emotions will follow afterwards. We'll be able to control our own happiness. We'll be able to tap back into that higher vibration. And that's kind of what's happening here. Something has triggered us, whether this is a relationship with something, maybe something wrong is going in our job, maybe we're having some serious family discussions and things are not adding up and equating very well. But eventually, through all that pain, we do end up finding the area where we need the best course of action, where we can actually fix things. We get the right idea, very much so, about where the conflict actually lies. So where is the unbalance? Where did we get out of alignment? Where was the misstep? Where was the misdirection? Because once we identify that, acknowledge, acceptance, then here comes the fun part. Because we know what balance looks like. And once we find the, one piece that's been moved out of place, kind of like a piece missing from a Jenga tower, we can actually put it back in, or move things enough that we restabilize without falling over. And that takes change. Active change. We know where that is after a certain point. It's just getting the right steps. They're wanting the 3 of Wands because there's dominoes on here. The right steps to get all your dominoes, all your ducks in a row, to line everything up without hopefully it tumbling over. Okay. And this is the reason why we don't see a lot of quote-unquote action in our best part of our day. It's because we spend most of the day with our emotions, with our mindset, our inner monologue. We're still in the analyzing, assessing, acknowledging and accepting stage, not the, oh, well, I'm just going to do this, or, hey, I already know what the problem is, I'll just go do this and this and this, and everything will be all hunky-dory. Okay, so don't be surprised, especially with this being a lunar eclipse, if this isn't more deep-seated energy, things that may have been clogging up the works for quite some time. Simply because this is a lunar eclipse, so things that maybe you thought were dead, done, and over with, things that you thought maybe you had healed, you had fully acknowledged, are going to come back to the surface. They're going to come back around and show themselves, and you're going to have to be like, well, okay, I didn't get it the first time. So what is the right way to get this fixed, to get it done? Or perhaps maybe you just glanced over this misalignment before and didn't fully give it your undue attention, and that needs to be fixed. Okay, so something bubbling up to the surface, clogging up the works. Something for you to acknowledge and accept. And possibly something big, especially with this spinny major arcanas and aces on the table. Okay. I did add up all your cards for the sake of numerology. Everything here adds up to 218, which also reduces to 11, the master number of service. So you can do a service to others and those around you, or more importantly to yourself by doing this process. I'm not saying that it's totally all you. It does have an effect, like I said, inward and outward. Just because you look happy on the outside doesn't mean you are. So to get that realigned, this is what we're going to have to do. Oh, and our numerology is 11. We have 2 aces on the table, so we have 1111 showing up for you as a synchronicity for the day. And for those of you that do like the astrology, of course we have the Libra lunar eclipse, so this eclipse brings culminations of relationships, dealings with others. You can become more committed to great connections that you already have and make hard decisions with those you don't. Like I said, things clogging up, misaligning, things not jiving, maybe perhaps not only in the present but in the past that still need to be addressed. Libra energy. Not surprised. Alright, my lovelies, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. And if this resonates for you, by all means, give me a big thumbs up. It's the quickest way to let me know that you resonate with the reading. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.